All right, hey collective, how y'all doing out there today? So, Spirit got me all up in my feelings. I done stopped to read it and started it over. I think this is the fourth time, third time, but it's Friday the 13th. Now, whenever you come across this reading, it is timeless. In fact, all readings are timeless. Whenever you reach them, they're for you. But I just see something. I feel something big about to take place. Now, the fourth time it made me pay attention that this was Friday the 13th. Now, maybe it's something significant about that. And we know that Friday the 13th, even though people say it as some type of omen, bad luck, the 13 represents evolution, an ending. And it's the end of the week, per se. I don't know. I feel something big about to take place. And I'm just saying that because of all the cards. Now, you got three cards that came out. Now, I was also pulling from the archetype. I see initiations. I see manifestations. I see duality. And then these cards. You got the heart chakra, daughter value, daughter spirit. I mean, everything was coming out so beautiful. And one of the cards that came out was end of the road. Now, even though a lot of things are going to be ending in your life, it got to take place, y'all, because there's new experiences, new people that you got to meet. And you can't get there if you're holding on and letting other people take up that space. And although these endings may be painful, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, boo. It's time to elevate. Now, we are in the year of the 8. And I like to use this card to represent the year of the 8. This one. Because you might not know where you're going, and it might feel, painful. You may feel trapped. But it's trying to get you to pay attention to your third eye and your emotions. That's why she's bound like that. You're going to come up out of this. She's not necessarily tied to those swords. It's mental. And sometimes you got to separate yourself, celebrate yourself, detoxify yourself, so that you can elevate yourself. There's so many people out here on the celibate train until I don't know if it's necessarily by choice. It's just something by happenstance. It's called the purge. And they feel good for it, boo. It's probably one of the most freeing experiences that you can have. Because it's getting you to know you. I told you that this is all about letting go. Now these cards did fall out in a reverse. However, this one states acting out a lack of energy, discouragement. But look, this is all about shedding the old, letting go of people. Now, this was your challenging position. This is the action that needs to be taking place. Because right here is the hermit looking at this. This is walking away. Self-reflection. It's decision time. However, this is just like that in between world. You know? It, this is just like the high priestess. I know I get a little redundant, but I gotta say it for the people that have never heard that spell before. But the stagnation is to get you to pay attention to the self. And towers don't happen to you, but for you. Yeah, a lot of y'all coming up out the garden of the gate. You're coming out, boo. The door to value is here. You know, this is being complacent. That's why it's in reverse. It's time to go. Now, I may feel a little comfortable, you know, and your position in life doesn't necessarily have to be beautiful like this right here. But it's just the mindset that there's nothing up outside of that comfort zone. But you're coming up out of that. Yeah. Yes. It's something so much more beautiful on the other side. And this is your door to value. Damn it, she came right back. Yeah. And that's why this is in reverse. And right here, we got this in reverse as well. The door to romance. Right here with decision time. Why is she in the upright now? Why is she in the upright? And I started out this spiel with celibacy. Some of y'all calling a truce. And I ain't saying that you ain't never gonna be in a relationship again, but some of y'all, I don't think that's the relationship is the most important aspect of the enlightenment that you're trying to seek at this time. I think it's more about that masculine and feminine balance within the self, for the most part. And if it's not, that's what it should be. Because if that aspect of the self isn't balanced, the external relationships is just not going to be right. You got to have that healthy balance with the self for the external relationships to, you know, be worth, you know, venturing into. You got to clean up the self first. And I think a lot of y'all get that. That's why this is in reverse. The indecision. You're making the decision to let go, boo. It's about the self-worth at this time. But I must say, some of y'all refusing to let go. Look at her. This is a whole child. looks very assertive. I mean, passive. And she represents 30, which is all about communication, community. A lack of balance. 2 indicates balance. Now, some people see this as indecision. I see this as balance. She got 2 swords up. She tapped in. Again, this is the high priestess. That's that in-between world. That's understanding the light and the dark. That is my opinion. And this is how I see this card. And this is how spirit know I see this card. And that's why I read it as such. And that's why I come out. You got readers out here that depict these cards in various ways. But the communication that they have with spirit that's why I show up that way. And you might feel helpless and hopeless, but you're optimistic. That's why you're looking at the sun, the source card. It's up to you to take the next steps to move forward. That's why it's showing up as the 8. Clarity and belief. Transformation, new beginnings. Right here on Door to Value. That you can actually manifest the life that you want. All over again. 11. 11. Now you could be saying that. You could be saying 12, 12. And that's why 13 keeps showing up for you too. You keep saying it. 313. I know you do. I know you keep saying it because I'm the reader. And the numbers that I see is to relate to you. And that's why it's here. Right here on Friday the 13th. Come about the garden. That's your mind. There you go. That's the balance. And those are the relationships. You can't make it up. $11.11. It's your mind. Detach. And that's not to say that you're never going to have relationships again. But you got to detach from the ones that no longer serve you. You stunt your own growth. Face the demon. This is telling you to choose your battles wisely. The only person you can fix is you. Yeah. 7 and 3 represents a new beginning. Sevens is always talking about some type of challenge, standing up for yourself. Expand. Together they make 10. Now, a lot of y'all could be saying 911. It's something so significant about the number 911 until your girl don't know all. But it's always a call for help, emergency, and they show up for a reason. You could be saying 911 a lot. Now, I do see an expansion in regards to resources, stability. Yeah, it's right here. It's going to be a change. But a lot of this has to do with your own decision making. If you're willing to come up out the garden of the gate, the mind. It really does has a lot to do with how you see the opposite sex. People just don't understand that. It's the respect that you have for each part of yourself. When you go out here and you interact with the opposite sex, and the disrespect that you have for the opposite sex is the disrespect you have for your own self. That's why I had to start the reading over a couple of times, because it was hitting different, deep. And some of these relationships has hit their expiration. Even though this say exploration. That's the 9th house. That's a transition. It's time to go deep, boo. It's time to connect. Yep. It's time to get centered. I tell y'all, it's a purge going on, and there you go, with progression in the journey. And to do that is to detach. $56 is 11. 11 all over again. 4 and 7 is 11. 911 showing up all over again. All these 11s. And that's the internal conflict right there. The confrontation between your own masculine and your own feminine. When it's showing up on the external, that's because the internal is in conflict. This is about taking accountability. Right here. With 53, which represents 8. Boy, I'm telling y'all, it was something so profound about that 6 feet under. in the last season, I actually finished it all, and I mean, it just gives it just even though I already had that perspective in regards to death, I don't see it as a ending. I just see it as an ending in this cycle, and you just reincarnate if you don't get the message, if you don't learn what you need to have learned. A lot of us elevate, but it's something so different in regards to this time. This 13. Yeah. 1313. That's why the 3 is there and 1. It's 1313. Whew. Yeah. Now, another number that I have been seeing, because I came in here to start the readings, and I seen 1044 on the clock. 144. Could be saying that a lot. They kind of indicate where you at, what's going on. 555, keep saying 55. You could be saying all the numbers, but they're trying to tell you something. The energy that you experience. Yeah, it's a split between the wheats and the tares. Yep, right there. There's the ancestor wisdom. Didn't I say it? With the sun, the source. Yeah. 313. It's time to wake up. And I'm going to take them just the way they feel. Because this is the compass on exploration. North Node. And none of your relationships were accidents. They were meant to be. And right here we got another 8. The mountains. But you're going to get over them. A lot of these humps. That's right here on the journey, progression. Yep. And that's right here at the bottom of the deck again. Cutting the wheat from the tare. However, is associated with the Jack of Pentacles. The Jack of Diamonds. This is all about dedication. Patience. Perseverance. Never giving up. So you got work to do, boo. On yourself. And that's what we'll start with, you. Yeah, the truth. Right here on clarity and belief, expansion, the sun. This is liberating yourself. Look at that. Look at all those cups, all those emotions, all that associated with bloodline, your family. To the King of Pentacles. Together they make 10. And that's the balance between the masculine and the feminine. This is about the celibacy. The purge. So they can become one. If you don't have respect for the feminine energy within the self or external to the self, they can't become one. That's why she's associated with 9 pentacles. It's a man world. Wow. There go the root chakra. The relationships. And look what it's associated with. The pain associated to the feminine energy. Mother Nature. Mama Gaia. We're 33. The nurturing energy. There's so much pain associated with that. And again, I see a lot of expansion, clarity, and belief. This is all about your energy. This is on detachment from the root of all those ailments, relationships, pain associated with this, that energy, the loving energy that everybody should exude. Wow. Spirit. Now this is moving on mentally. Right there in your north node. Decisions. Communication. 11. Downloads, upgrades, expansion, new doors. But that's about your perspective. This is Dorothy finding her daggone way home, pulling the curtain back on the wizard, the magician. How you view the world, how you show up. Yeah. And there you go, 66. That's a powerful number. Smash the number. It's that universal energy. fell out kind of in reverse, which gives me a slippery slope. But we're taking it up, right? Because we got 44 here, which is giving me the 144, as well as 11 information, 411. I can see it in so many ways. But you got a lot of master numbers showing up. 44 is 8 with the 8. Yeah, you could be seeing them all. But there's challenges, progression in regards to this divine unions and connections, the celebrations, these initiations. But we all got a choice. And it all reflects from your own mind. But I do see an ending. A lot of y'all having Kundalini arisings. Yeah, getting centered. That's 10 swords, as well as another 2 in regards to your own perspective. That's 12. Now, some of y'all could be saying 12, 12. I've been saying that a lot. And that's hard to come by on the phone. 12, 12. Woo! But you're growing, and it's painful. Yeah, the flashbacks be hitting hard. But it's growth. It's progression. It's a purge. It's realization. You got all the 4s down here. Well, you ain't got the 4 cups. But you got, yeah. Yeah. This is moving forward. This is travel. This is progression. This is investment. And it's going to be worth it, boo. You may not see it now, but it's going to be worth it. This is planting those seeds. And you may can only take a little bit out at this time, but it's growing. Yeah. There you go, right there. The Ace of Cups, door to value, expansion, clarity and belief. This is coming to an end. Saturn is here to challenge you to grow beyond your current situations, your mind. Dang, you can't make it up. Look at how it's showing up. This is letting go. I almost want to cry. I almost want to cry. I almost want to cry. Got 2 aces showing up. And look what it's on. The ace is on this dude. The root chakra. That's what it's represent. The passion, the fire, the kernel nature. Didn't I say it was something so significant about the number 66? That's you moving on from the past to your north node. Act like you the star. It's about working on the self, not the people around you. How you gonna fix somebody else and you can't fix yourself? How they gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself? It's time to go. It's time to get up. It's time to go. This woman is celibate. Breaking the illusion. The emotional attachments. There you go. But that represents 5. Standing up for yourself. Letting go. So that new ones can come in. Beliefs that this red pill matrix has taught you. Standing up to it, boo. With this 5-5 all over again. Now you got 66 here, 44, and 55 right here. 11. All these angel numbers showing up. And you got 3 aces out here on the deck. But it's your choice. And you got 33. You got all of them out here. All of them. Now this is 12. 5 and 7 is 12. You gonna stand up to it? Or you gonna bow down to it? Like these fools down here that done lost all their hair. Too old for that mess. Yeah, look like you walking away, bro. Getting it together. Now what I want to do, we're going to close it out with these. We're going to do it a little different. Because I done beat y'all in the head enough. We're going to close it out with these. Whatever come out. The siren. And the apocalypse is at the bottom of the deck. And that's not the ending of the world, but the world as we know it. Behavior. There's a shift in the timeline. You about to jump. And it's so ironic that it would come up. Because your girl is the mermaid Ori. So is you. And it's all about your vibration, your connection to the sea. The water within you. Your emotions. The connection that you have with the sea, Atlantis. The mysteriousness of it all. The fear that they've done and placed upon you to be fearful of the water. Connect back with it. Face your fears. Now let's see. on page 97, which is an 8. And at 16 is 7. 98. Did I say? Yeah. Now the siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to what sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option unless, Odysseus, we bind our hands to the most mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. It's all about answering the call. Now they say few are called and many are called, but few are chosen. I'll call Cat. I'll call Cat. I think we all got a choice. Now they got MP3s and all that. They ain't going through all that. Those are irrelevant. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you. It's up to you. That's your message, boo. Hit the like. Tell me if it resonates. Leave something in the comment. Let your channel grow. Let's do this together. And I'll see you on the next one.